Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Rabbi Zidni Ilma. My Lord, increase me in knowledge. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I'm Aksa Faisal, your social studies teacher. This is our fourth lecture in week 2, and the topic is citizenship. So, dear students, today the topic of our lecture is responsible citizenship, and the subtopic is case study. So, this is being first time that you are going to read about a case study. So, before going into the detail of this topic, I would like to explain it a little in detail or give you an orientation and explanation of what does it mean by a case study. So, we will try to understand this topic first, that what does it mean by a case study. Then further, we will try to understand what is included in this subject or topic moreover. So, what does it mean by a case study? Case study is a method of research that can be defined as an intensive, detailed study about a person, a group, or a problem. Its general purpose is to describe a situation or a problem and identify the key issues relating to it. This is a type of investigation in which a researcher takes in-depth study about a single unit and collects information regarding the problem based on different action plan or gradual steps. And the following steps are: first, you will have to identify the problem. This is mostly being done in social settings. First, you will have identify the problem, that what is actually the problem you are going to study. Then you will have to gather information about it. Then you will discuss alternative solutions for the problem. Then you will choose one solution, one best option among all. Then finally, at the end, you will develop an action plan. You would more understand it in a better way when I would explain gradually in our upcoming pages related to our lecture. It is responsible citizenship. So, what is responsible citizenship? When people among us, or we being individuals, we do not depend on the government, that the members of the government would come and help us out to resolve any issue or problem prevailing in our community or in a specific region, rather than depending on them. When we take initiatives on our own and we would work for the welfare of our own region, area, or community, then it means that we are the responsible citizens. And for explaining responsible citizenship, here we are given a case study. For example, here is given a case study in which a person's name is Nida, and she has noticed that there is a lot of garbage on the roadsides, and she is being worried because people can get sick if garbage is not taken care of. So she is thinking about a problem itself, and now she is planning to resolve the problem, and how alone she would be able to resolve this problem. Obviously, she needs a proper plan which should work out in a specific setting with the help of some other members also. So first of all, she will have to identify the problem, that what is the problem itself. There is a lot of garbage and people throw waste carelessly on the roadsides. This is the problem she noticed and she wants the solution of that. Then the next step is gather information about the issue. Gather a lot of information about the issue from as many people as you can. This way, you will find out easier to help and solve the issue when there are many ideas to select from. For example, you have identified the problem, that this is the problem, that the garbage or litter is everywhere. Now, go to the people, meet them, consult them, and ask them what are the reasons, or what can be the reasons for increasing litter or increasing garbage. So you will be able to proceed your study, and you will be able to find out the reason why there is litter on the roadsides. This is the second step of the case study. Then moving forward, the third step will come, and this is discuss alternative options. We must discuss different ways to solve the issue. This way we can find the best option to handle the issue. It means that in our third step, we should discuss the maximum outcomes of the solutions and on the maximum reasons, aspects of the problems and the solutions as well to the other members of the community, so that the alternative options can be discussed in detail and among them the best option will be chosen. Then our fourth step will come, and that is selection of the best option. When you had already discussed about alternative options and you have been discussed this with many people, then you will be able to reach at the final best option which suits more to the rest of community. And when majority of the people will or their opinion will go into the favor of this solution, then you will implement that solution and you will choose that option finally. Then the fifth step will come, and that is develop an action plan. In this topic or in this step, you will plan all the steps you follow to solve the issue. Then you write it down and you just go ahead. Like for example, what did Nida done? She did followed all these steps, and here is what she has to say. When when she raised the issue, the garbage and litter everywhere, then she thought about it, then she discussed the issue and reasons with the other community members, then they all talked about the options and maximum options, alternative options, and finally selected the best option. Then at the end of all these steps, they develop an action plan that what should be done in regard of this problem. Nida's report. I felt so sad whenever I saw people throwing garbage on the roads carelessly. Pollution is not good for the environment. We should try to dispose waste sensibly so we can control land pollution. Most of the people throw plastic bags while they are walking around because they believe that these plastic bags are of no use. Plastic bags are the worst type of pollutant because it does not decompose. As a result, I have decided to make sign for the community. We should throw garbage in dustbin. So that is the final solution she came up with. That we should plant or we should put some garbage bins in which people can throw their garbage, and we can also note down that they should throw the garbage into the dustbin. That was the final resolution on which all of the community members, including Nida, reached. Hopefully, students, I was being succeeded in telling you or explaining you what does it mean by responsible citizenship, why the case study is being conducted, what are the steps of a case study, in which settings this is being conducted. Like I have already told you that a case study is being conducted mostly in social settings when we are facing with a social problem, and other aspects are not related to your grade, and we do not need to study them thoroughly. We just have to focus on case study itself relating to the social problems. That's it. So in this page, page number 69, if you open up your workbooks, you will see that we are given two problems, and these two problems are basically, this is the pictorial presentation of the two existing problems of any community. So I want you all to pick up any one among these, or either you can also choose any one outside these pictures, any problem which you are facing right now, living in a community or a society, and note down. You just have to start a case study and the process and the steps of a case study on your workbooks. You can choose any problem and then the action plans and the proceeding steps also on your workbook page number 69. Okay, then after choosing the problem or identifying the problem, proceed and go on with the other steps of the case study, gather informations about these and discuss alternative options, select the best option. Follow the steps as I have already discussed in my lecture throughout and I have been telling you throughout. So try to remind all those steps in your mind and then make a plan properly. First of all, you will have to initiate for identifying the problem. That can be either a small problem, but that should be a proper problem in for which you should follow some resolution or solution. You need a resolution for that. So select a problem on your first level and then go proceeding it. Students, at the end, you will develop an action plan that what would you do for the solution of that problem and then what would be the end result of that. If you just have planned something, if you have planned to solve a specific problem and if you have even implemented that problem, then you will have to write down what are the results of that solution which you have implemented at the end of this page. Or either you can skip this option, the last option, end result, because it's not necessary that you would go for the problem itself on practical basis. So I want you to do this study on a small scale. Even if you are unable to approach the community's problem on a large scale, on a bigger level, just try to initiate to proceed this study on a smaller scale, even from your home. You can take a problem, you can choose a problem from within the home environment and then solve the problem and plan the case study accordingly and properly, following the steps properly. Okay, students, that's what all related to our today's lecture, and that is regarding unit number 6, citizenship, the responsible citizenship. We have read about responsible citizenship, what does it mean by it, and we have discussed what does it mean by a case study and the steps of the case study. So I want you all to read out page number 75 and 76 of your textbook again, give a thorough reading to it, and then you just take out your workbooks, page number 69, 70, and 71. These are the worksheets related to a case study. You will have to find out on your own and write down all the steps regarding that. That's the only homework which you are given today. Hopefully, you will be able to write and attempt this case study in a very well manner under all my instructions I have provided you, and hopefully you will be done very good. Okay, students, thank you so much for today's lecture and stay home, stay safe. Allah